The departure from the walls in Jerusalem was the process of building new residences outside of the old city walls, and shifting the city center to the new neighborhoods. The process started in the mid-19th century and by the early 20th century had entirely transformed the city. In the mid-19th century, with an area of only 1 square kilometer, the old city had become overcrowded and unsanitary, and rental prices were increasingly rising. In the 1850s, institutions including the Russian compound, the Bishop Gobat School, and the Schneller Orphanage marked the beginning of permanent settlement outside the Jerusalem Old City walls. In 1855, Johann Ludwig Schneller, a Lutheran missionary who came to Jerusalem at the age of 34, bought a plot of land outside the old city walls when the area was a complete wilderness. He built a house there but was forced to move his family back inside the walls after several attacks by marauders. When the Turks erected outposts along Jaffa Road between Jerusalem and the port city of Jaffa and armed guards on horseback patrolled the road, the family returned. The public institutions were followed by the development of 2 philanthropically supported Jewish neighborhoods, Mishkenot Sha'anim and Mahane Israel. Mishkenot Sha'anim was the first Jewish neighborhood built outside the walls of the old city of Jerusalem, on a hill directly across from Mount Zion. It was built by Sir Moses Montefiore in 1860 as an almshouse paid for by the estate of a wealthy Jew from New Orleans, Judah Turo. Since it was outside the walls and open to Bedouin raids, pillage and general banditry rampant in the region at the time, the Jews were reluctant to move in, even though the housing was luxurious compared to the derelict and overcrowded houses in the old city. As an incentive, people were paid to live there, and a gate was built around the compound with a heavy door that was locked at night. The name of the neighborhood was taken from Book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 18, "My people will abide in peaceful habitation, in secure dwellings and in quiet resting places." Mahane Israel, built in 1869, was the second Jewish neighborhood built outside the walls of the old city. Mahane Israel was a communal neighborhood, and was built by and for Maghreb Jews. Nafal Shiva was the third residential neighborhood built outside the city walls. It was founded in 1869 as a cooperative effort by 7 Jerusalem families who pooled the funds to purchase the land and build homes. Lots were cast and Joseph Rivlin won the right to build the first house in the neighborhood. The neighborhoods that make up the Schneller district were established outside the walls in the late 1870s. The first was Mishkenot Yisrael, built in 1875. The name comes from a biblical verse, "How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, thy dwellings, O Israel." Mazkere Moshe was founded by Sir Moses Montefiore in 1882 as an Ashkenazi neighborhood. Owl Moshe is a Sephardi neighborhood established alongside it. In 1875, Nissan Beck founded the Jewish neighborhood Kiryat Mana, popularly known as Beit Nissan Beck. Beck bought the land and paid for the construction of the neighborhood opposite the Damascus Gate of the Old City. Under the auspices of Kollel Volan, the neighborhood was originally intended for Hasidic Jews, but due to lack of financing, only 30 of the planned 60 houses were constructed. The remainder of the land was apportioned to several other groups, Syrian, Iraqi, and Persian Jews. In the 1890s, another neighborhood, Eshel Avraham, was erected next to Kiryat Mana for Georgian and Caucasian Jews. Nafal Shimon was founded in 1891 by Sephardic and Ashkenazi Jewish kollels to house more Yemenite and Sephardi Jews. The land was purchased in 1890 and the first homes were built soon after, housing 20 impoverished families. The cornerstone of the neighborhood was laid in 1890, near the tomb of Simeon the Just. Gallery.